Welcome to this February 8th, 2026 YouTube live stream. I'm your host, Justin Sane, coming to you from the war room, straight from the underground. You're at Freedom News Now, McDermott Media. Don't forget to share our videos, clip them, create yourself a McDermott Clips channel. You can use our clips, McDermott updates, put them on X, upload them on X. What a great time to be alive. So thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you joining us here on these YouTube live streams. Allie, welcome. John, welcome. We're talking Super Bowl, breaking the Super Bowl. We're talking Epstein files plus Nancy Guthrie, the Nancy Guthrie updates. We'll talk some about the Nancy Guthrie updates. Pack, welcome. So yeah, Super Bowl. How many of you are going to watch the Super Bowl? I, for one, will not be watching the Super Bowl. I, for one, will not be watching the sports ball game with all those violent criminals playing their sports ball. And on top of that, I see the halftime show is got the Puerto Rican America hating rapper Big Bunny or Bad Bunny. Who wants to watch that garbage? Not a single song he sings is in English. I can't understand a single word. I really hope ICE is surrounding the Super Bowl and arresting every single illegal that comes in there to go and watch Bad Bunny. I don't ever want to hear another person speaking Mexican ever again in America. If you can't speak English, you need to go. You need to get out. If you come over here, you need to learn English within the first 2 years or you're out. If you can't assimilate, you go. I should never have to go to Kroger here in Michigan. We're located in Michigan. I should never have to go to Kroger. I should never have to go to 7-Eleven listening to all their workers, their employees, and customers speaking Mexican. You can't speak English, get them out. Call 911. It's time where you as an American patriot, as an American citizen, need to do your part. You hear people speaking Mexican in the store, you see it packed full of Indians, call 911. Get the police out there to do their job. The problem is these cops, these local, state, county, municipal police are not doing their job. They won't arrest the illegal alien. They focus all their efforts on arresting the American citizen. That's where they get their money from. We see it every day. We're seeing it every day. Independent journalists exposing. Look at these cops in Minnesota. All these insane Karens, these violent protesters out there attacking white Christians with violence. And then they arrest the white Christian man for kicking down an ice sculpture that's going to melt in a couple days. The police stand down when it's the illegal immigrant destroying your community destroying your family, destroying your career, your job prospects. But when it comes to the white Christian Native American, oh, you better believe these county deputies, these city cops, these local Blackman Leone cops, they're going to arrest you for reporting on their precious illegal alien. It's time to stand up, rise up, protect your people, protect your culture, protect your blood, protect your soil, protect your Christian identity. Now is the time. Stand up to these tyrant cops, like Blackman Leone tyrant cops that want to sell out their fellow American to appease the illegal alien. Yeah, Jackson, Michigan's packed full with illegals from Venezuela, from the Congo, from India. As an independent journalist, if you try to report it, these dirty cops, tyrant cops, traitor cops at Blackman Leone, they'll arrest you for reporting on it, for reporting on the invasion. You would think these cops would side with the American citizen. You would think they would stand with the white Christian who owns property in the community, who pays taxes in the community, who goes to board meetings, who's an active community member, active in the community, making the community a better place, trying to clean it up, trying to rid it of all the illegals, all the corruption. But instead, you get pushback. The police arrest you, the community member, the white Christian Native American who's got roots in the community. They arrest you because that's where they get their money from. They can't get any money off the illegal alien from Florida that's stealing your job in the construction industry. The police don't want the independent media. They don't want them taking their credit. The independent journalists out there, the YouTubers, the auditors, the philosophers, the historians, exposing the illegal invasion. It makes the cops look bad. It makes the local police look bad when you're doing their job for them. So they arrest you, the Native American, for exposing them, for not doing their job. Yeah, get out there, get on the phone, call 911 every time you hear one of those third worlders speaking Mexican in your local 7-Eleven, your local Kroger store. Corporate America that sold out the American taxpayer. Large part of it is because that leads us into the Epstein files. The Epstein files got a lot of Jewish elite, seems to be packed full of elite Jewish people in the Epstein files. There doesn't seem to be any transparency, no accountability. You know, much of it's packed full of women that you can't believe the women in there. Everyone knows women, they lie. They like to lie to try to get money, to try to curry favor with the courts, with the judges, with the police, so they can get more money from men. Feminism's completely destroyed America. So yeah, the Epstein files, yeah, there's a lot of guilty Jewish elites. It's exposing a lot of the elites, but there's not going to be any accountability. You'll never see accountability for any of it. No one's getting arrested for it. Now, if that was you or I or any other person, you'd be going down, you'd be spending time for 20 plus years. If you're a white Christian Native American, you better believe they're coming for you. No, they're not going after all those Jewish people in the Epstein files. Many people say there's pictures floating around saying Epstein's still alive. Pictures of him in Israel. He got flown out of the prison, flown to Israel, just like that spy, Jonathan Pollard, just like that other Israeli IDF soldier that just got flown out of Las Vegas back to Israel after committing crimes. Seems to be these Jewish elite that are involved with Epstein, with all the corruption. They seem to be getting a free pass, getting flown back to Israel. Seems to be only Christians, white Christians are the only ones that seems to be a crime for. Muslims, you're not seeing any Muslims in the Epstein files. But then again, in American rule of law, Christian rule of law, only Christians get prosecuted for crimes like that. Muslims, Jews, they're not getting prosecuted. Look at the Epstein files. No one's getting prosecuted. What do you guys think of what's your thoughts on that? Sean Berry, welcome. Yeah, they prosecute citizens. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, prosecuting citizens while your whole community's packed with illegals committing real crimes. You've got your community that the judges aided and abetted, harboring and concealing illegals in your communities for their cheap corporate labor. You know, traitor judges like Allison Bates-Stein, Judge Michael Clarence Stein, selling out the American citizens of Jackson, Michigan for their cheap slave labor, their new slave labor, the illegal immigrant, to build their YMCA center, to build their new employee entrance at the courthouse, to build their new parking lot at the courthouse. They got to have their cheap illegal immigrant labor. Then they'll arrest you, the white Native American, when you report on it, when you expose their corruption, their racket of the great replacement of all you white Christian Americans by these radical activist judges like Allison Bates-Stein, Michael Clarence Stein. You know, they use their full weight of the law. All their young foreign national police officers, all their Officer Mohammeds, Officer Islams, Officer Abdullahs coming around to arrest all you American citizens, all you Roberts, all you Johns, all you Henrys, all you Williams. Yeah, you're getting a knock on your door by Officer Mohammed, Officer Islam, Officer Wu, Officer Xi Jinping, Officer Hussein. That's your new police officers. Those are your heroes. The foreign national cop. Yeah, the police force, it's not the police force of your fathers or your grandfathers or your great grandfathers. Police in America now, just like all your politicians, your judges, foreign nationals, or even illegals. I mean, talk about being complete traitors to America. Yeah, it's time to, I'm telling you, you need to do your part. You need to stop sitting on the sidelines. Get away from that sports ball, that Super Bowl crap. That's all fully rigged. It's just for entertainment. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money on it. Don't watch it. Definitely don't watch the Super Bowl halftime show with Bag Bunny, who can't speak a lick of English. If you can't speak English, get out. You gotta go. Time for mass deportations. It's not happening. You're not gonna get it. I know y'all want it, but you're not getting it. Let's get those likes up there. Smash that like tab. Get those likes up there. Let's get this live stream out there. We're talking breaking news. The Nancy Guthrie disappearance. A lot of people are talking about it could be the sister's boyfriend, the Tommaso. Authorities and police were overnight. They were at Annie Guthrie's house, the daughters, running black lights, looking for any sign, any evidence. Now, one thing I did notice about the Nancy Guthrie disappearance, about the FBI that's there, the same as the FBI when they're in Dearborn, Michigan for the Halloween hoax. Out there at the Nancy Guthrie, the FBI, they're packed full of women. They're all women. They're all DEI hires at the FBI. They've got dozens, hundreds of law enforcement FBI officers, and they're all women. They're all DEI, and they wonder why they can't solve a crime. They wonder why no one trusts the FBI, why they fail on all fronts, time after time after time. When you're packed full of feminism, packed full of DEI hires, it's no wonder why they completely botch up the most easiest, the most simple of investigations. When you're packed full, your FBI is packed full of DEI hire feminism, women. They didn't even go up on the roof. Probably they've never even climbed a ladder before. They don't even know how to use a ladder. They're a woman. Get them out. We don't need any more female cops. No more female cops. No more female FBI officers. It's time to restore order. Restore law and order. No more female judges destroying rule of law in America. They don't have the ability to follow rule of law, to interpret rule of law at the highest levels. Get them out. You know, I get so tired of hearing about, all we keep hearing about is getting men out of women's sports, but we can't get females out of men's sports. We can't get females out of men's areas. Every single man's area, a male's area, and a man's way of life has been completely invaded by feminists and women. Get them all out. Get them out. Get them out. Your body, my choice, forever. So that's part of the major problem with the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. A lot of people think it's staged. just to cover up for the Epstein files, because the connections with Bill Clinton and Savannah Guthrie. Speaking of which, something's odd about Savannah Guthrie, the NBC anchor. Something's up with Savannah Guthrie. She really looks manly. She really looks awfully manly, Savannah Guthrie. I don't know what it is about her, but she doesn't look very feminine at all. In fact, I don't believe it. I've got my suspicions on that whole case. It seems real fishy. Something don't smell right with it. So we'll see if they can get to the bottom of it with all their DEI female FBI officers. It's like you wonder why nothing ever gets solved, why the FBI is such a joke anymore. Just take a look at every crime scene. It's packed full of women, feminism, DEI hires. No wonder why you can't solve the most simplest, most easy crime in America. Get rid of all the DEI hires. Get rid of feminism. We'll take America back. America's for Americans. America first, America only. We're going to eradicate America from the invasion of all the illegals from Venezuela, from Somalia, from Iraq. Michigan's packed with illegals from Iraq. That's the number one illegal from Iraq, from Iran. From the most dangerous parts of the third world, from Mumbai, India, from Delhi, India, Jaipur, India. Good luck walking down the streets, down the sidewalk of Michigan without tripping over some third worlders squatting down on the streets. That's the new America for you. You can thank those radical activist judges like Judge Allison Batestein, Judge Michael Clarenstein, aiding and abetting, harboring and concealing. They're real African illegals. You thought it was bad down in the hood before in Michigan with the African Americans. You haven't seen anything now that there's tens of thousands of real Africans from the Congo, from Somalia. Yeah, you used to be able to go down there. You might get held up by one. They might pop a couple caps as you're running away as they try to rob you. Nowadays, they chase you down and they want to crack your skull open. They think you got gold nuggets inside of there. Dealing with these real Africans down in the hood now. Good luck. That's after these radical judges take your Second Amendment rights away from you, take your First Amendment, Second Amendment rights, and then they flood your community with thousands of third worlders from the most dangerous parts of Africa. That's going on right in Jackson, Michigan. You know, you guys have to think about that when you go out and vote and participate. I don't participate in those fully rigged elections, but I'll keep you informed on the radical activist judges that are destroying your communities, that are traitors to America, to the American citizen, like Judge Allison Batestein, Judge Michael Clarenstein. We'll keep exposing them. What a great time to be alive. I'm so thankful, so grateful for each and every one of you joining us here on these YouTube live streams. Let's get those likes up there. Hit those like tabs. Hit those like tabs. Wasa, welcome. Bud, welcome. Yeah, I wanted to, maybe I'll touch briefly on my last video. I talked about some 1A auditors. When I was talking about guerrilla, I may have used some words. I should have used a better choice of words. I want to take back some of the words on that I had used on guerrilla. I would go out auditing with those guys. Those, I had said I wouldn't go out auditing with him because he always goes to the hospital. But I take that back as far as that goes. I'd probably go out with him, but just got to be careful when you're out there auditing with different people. Everyone audits their own way. He's a stand-up guy. He's a good dude, a good guy. I still follow him, still watch his videos. I just wanted to clarify that real quick in case people took it the wrong way when I was critiquing the situation that occurred when he had gotten arrested. So he's out there taking the arrest. He's out there recording. He's out there doing it on the front line. So you can't hold him back for that. That was for the Georgia News, Guerrilla News channel. Him and AEC were out. He had gotten arrested, and every time he's got to go to the hospital after he gets arrested. So I was being a little hard on him for that, critiquing him over that. But but it's good he's out there. He's out recording, so keep it up. So yeah, we're talking breaking news. We're talking the Super Bowl, how we're not watching the Super Bowl. We won't be watching or participating in any Super Bowl parties or anything for the Super Bowl. I may go watch some of the Kid Rock halftime show. I definitely won't be watching the halftime show with Bad Bunny. Won't be able to understand a single word he's saying. If you can't speak English, you shouldn't be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. In fact, if you can't speak English, you should be mass deported. You got 2 years to assimilate and learn English. If you can't learn English, you gotta go. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. If you're an illegal, you gotta go. Ow! We want to see ICE surround the Super Bowl. Now, I would watch the Super Bowl if ICE was surrounding it and making arrests. That'd be great. I want to see ICE surround all the voting precincts come election time. Check IDs. If these precincts won't check IDs in Detroit, Philadelphia, LA, Chicago, then ICE needs to surround these voting precincts and check IDs, make arrests on the spot. We're also talking about the Epstein files. Don't expect accountability from all those rich Jewish elites that are. The Epstein files is packed full of many of the rich Jewish elites. Many people say Epstein was flown to Israel, snuck out of the prison and flown to Israel. He's alive today. What's your thoughts? What do you think? Is Epstein still alive in Israel, being protected by Israel and Mossad and the IDF? What do y'all think? Leave your comments. And we're talking about the Nancy Guthrie updates. The latest updates, they're searching Annie Guthrie's home. Could be a possible connection with Tommaso, the boyfriend. Seems to be a connection. A lot of people thinks it's a lot of it's theater, a lot of it's possibly staged because of the connections with Savannah Guthrie and Bill Clinton and the Epsteins. the connection with the Epstein files and Nancy Guthrie. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? Does it all tie in together? Does it all tie up together? Charlie Kirk, 9/11, the Epstein files. Does it all tie in? What do you all think? What's your thoughts? Share your comments. Become a member here at Freedom News Now. Consider joining to get access to extra perks for this channel. Consider a super chat donation. Help these live streams. Help us fund these live streams so we can continue to provide more top quality content for the YouTube community. Let's get those likes up there. Smash that like tab. Smash that like tab. We're talking breaking news. Super Bowl, Epstein files, plus Nancy Guthrie live on this 2026 YouTube live stream. Talking First Amendment, Second Amendment. Talking if you got to do your part, get out there and call 9/11. You see these third worlders in your community, you see them out talking, they're out speaking Mexican, get out there and call 9/11. Get the police out there, make them do their job. It's time to take back your country, protect your blood, protect your soil, protect your Christian identity. Now is the time. Don't forget to like and subscribe for police accountability, civil rights education YouTube videos, and I'll see you on the next one. That's all for now.